time has come. We've kept this a secret from nearly everyone, I think. Even our friends don't know. But we've had to wait because the Colonel has not been able to move, but he's now able to move. So we've got him outside. And as you can see, Skyla is in here. So today we start the process of ripping out Skyla, not all of her. One side, the overhead cab, the shower, the overhead cupboards, and the drawers and the pull-out pantry, to rebuild that, to make our shower bigger and to make everything work a little bit better. Drop down our overhead cab storage and have a storage for the piano. All because we rushed that kind of area at the end because we had to move into her by like the 3rd of November. So we've been given the opportunity. We have a week and like 3 days, I think it is, to do it all. My dad's gonna help us. So Dwayne, while I go ahead and start working tonight, Dwayne is going to start ripping her out, and we're gonna be staying in the Colonel the whole time. So I've kind of moved everything in there, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Good morning, everybody. We have slept in Colonel last night. We watched a film. We put our little projector up. And let's go and have a look to see where Dwayne got to yesterday. I'm in my work clothes today. So Dad will be here soon. Let's have a look at Skyla. Say hi, Dwayne.
Hi, Dwayne.
Oh, look at all that stuff. Everything's out.
I'm not happy.
Why not happy?
Left the van in Coventry last night and they've been in and robbed the place. Unbelievable.
Oh, yeah, they did rip everything out, didn't they? They took everything of ours.
I mean, they could have took the dishes as well, eh?
So Dwayne did an amazing job. He got this far, so this floor's coming up as well, but look at all the screws. I think that shower wall was the hardest, I'm guessing. See, as you can see, rushed, all the wire is out, blah blah blah, so that's all going to be changed. Overhead cupboard for the cab is still in, but that is going to be dropped down. And half of our stuff's in the front, most of our stuff's in the Colonel. Everything's covered up over there. So you did well, you did a good job last night, didn't you?
Trying.
And we're going to carry on today, aren't we?
All the night shift in it.
Yeah. So Dwayne worked until 9 yesterday when I finished work, and then we had some dinner and watched a movie because I think he deserved it after doing all of this. And today is planning and finishing off. I'm going to take this off. Planning and finishing off this rip out. So here it is. No shower wall anymore. The pull-out pantry is only in here because I was measuring stuff. We've just got to slowly peel all this off the wall and the little bit that's left on the ceiling. So that is quite a long job. But it just literally means sitting there and doing that. And the floor is up. This stuff is down because the floor is now sticky. We're going to have to do things like move this wire behind the wall properly. And yeah, so I feel like it's looking good. The shelf is out. We're ripping out all of this and redoing all of that as well. I think Dwayne's going to take this headliner out as well. And then the shelf is going to be like right here. Much bigger, which is exciting. Tank's little spot down there will still be Tank's spot, even though I suggested about having the pull-out pantry here, but no, we're going to have it over there. So yeah, it's kind of a good day, good progress. Now on to the planning stages. Good morning. So today we are on mission to fix our shower. Well, create our shower. So I will show you my drawings. This is, as you can see, this is our shower tray. This is our little drain. So basically our shower door is going to remain this size. It's over there Ooh, just there, as you can see, it's black over there. So that can't be extended because we had that made to fit the old doorway. So what I've worked out is the width of that minus this, and that's going to be the gap next to it. So I'm going to have to put a plank of wood there, which is a question mark on which bit of wood I'm going to use, because I've been kind of trying to go through the wood that we've got and try and use some of it. So I've got this plank that's going to be the base, the strut along here and then along the back, and then I've got a bit of wood that's obviously not this long but the same as this, that's going to be the one on the roof. And these two, that one and that one, are the same, are the correct distance for the shower for the shower door to fit in. So I needed 70 at the bottom and 34 at the top, which is what I've got, which is fantastic. We're going to then use 9mm plies on these two walls, and then, which we bought yesterday, and then at the top here, or at the back, we're going to use 3mm ply. So before we had 12mm ply on both sides, and then 8mm shower walls and 8mm shower walls at the back. As you can see, they have been removed and we are not using them again. So the question is, how are we going to make it waterproof and watertight? Well, we're going to use paint. We're going to Raptor paint it. So the first port of call is to build a frame, scribe the walls and stick the back walls on, because although it is cladding on the back, we could technically paint to that. My hands are already dirty and I haven't even done anything. We want that to be like a flat blank canvas at the back. So hopefully you'll be able to see what we get up to and how we're... Have the basis of our shower. The only reason this is not on is because we are currently sticking these two. We had to split the back one in half because, oh, long story, nowhere has any 3mm plies in big sheets. We obviously bought a big sheet of the 9mm, didn't have any of the 3mm, so we had to split it like this, which is a bit annoying. Didn't want to do that, but we can fill that little tiny crease. We've got our holes in that bit of wall for our tap, and that's our diesel heater exit. As you can see, we've got the planks of wood. There will be a little lip at the back, which is fine. Now this vent here is for our toilet, so if you can see here, it kind of goes on the cusp of where we wanted this to go, and we are dealing with that. I think we're going to put like a block over it so that, where is it? This is what it looks like. So this is going to sit here on top of this, and we're then going to put a block over it. So it should be good. All the fans come out of it. So that should be good. And yeah, we've measured so that we've got space for the shower door. We're going to put either 2 lots of 12mm or 18mm on the floor. I've sneakily, I'll show you, found a bit of ply that I might steal off my dad, but I haven't asked him whether I can steal it yet. See, This is 18 mil, so we'd quite like to use that for our floor. Otherwise, we've got 2 lots of 12 that we can reuse from our old walls. And that would make 24 anyway, and we'd stick them together. And then we just have the ceiling, there's a little bit of a gap up there. So we just need to put, I think it's gonna be like 9 mil ply up there, which will be fine. I don't think Dwayne is going to be recording the next bit, but we'll see. If not, it's only carpet. You don't really need to see that. So we're gonna finish off the rest of the shower tomorrow, and that will be shower done all in 1 and a bit days, because if I wasn't working, we'd work on the shower until late. We'd go get that bit of wood and we'd work on the shower, but because I'm working, we can't. So I'm gonna be in and out and able to help him where I can. And yeah, a good day it's had. It's really sunny. It was sunny this morning, but even more sunny now. So, right, see you tomorrow. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Kettle is on. We're just about to have a cup of tea before we start. We have just been to Wickes. We also have a little friend with us today. He's come because he usually stays at my mum's while don't you usually stay at Nanny's on the boat while we're doing work on the van? But my mum has a dog staying this weekend, so he's with us. You always want to fall asleep straight away. I love him. Oh, look at his little face. No. He's shaking. He's not cold and he's not scared. Don't know why he's shaking. So, yesterday while I worked, Dwayne did this. It is looking amazing. So, he also then made a template for the shelf that we need to cut out. These 2 bits are all on the wall and kind of like stuck. Then this morning we popped to Wickes quickly and got this. One of these is roof, one of these is floor. Got some battens because we need to put an extra batten in the middle, and then we need the battens for the other side of the pantry. So basically I couldn't steal that bit of wood from my dad. He was so mean. Last night he came to see us and I was like, oh, what are you doing with this nice bit of 18 mil marine ply? He was like, there's another bit in there you can use. I said, I don't want the other bit, I want this bit. And he was like, no, I'm using it. So, and I tried to trade, I tried to trade him, you can have my old worktop. It didn't work. So we had to go to Wickes to get the floor. So we've got an 18 mil for the floor, 5 mil for the roof. I'm just making a cup of tea and then we're gonna get started finishing off the shower. So what we're gonna do is finish the surround, put it all together, have it in there and... Good morning, good morning, good morning. Tag, say hi. We're keeping Tag. We're not letting him go back to Nanny's house, are we? Say hi, Dwayne.
Hi, Dwayne.
Dwayne's tired because this is tiring, guys. So, yesterday we finished the shower off like we wanted to. That's been gluing. Tonight, Dwayne's just taken out the props. Last night. So, this is called... What's it called, babe? Stick It Like Turbo?
Yeah, because Turbo's really sticky.
It's called Stick It Like Turbo, which, thank you, Matt, from the Airstream guy. He told us about this stuff. So we've just glued all the walls in. And obviously that join. And this is our shower, which is like 100 times bigger than before. I'm not putting this back up because we've got to paint it. But we are waiting on a response from the shower door because currently that can't go back in. It's slightly broken, but we think we can fix it. we had a template and it's been cut. Dwayne and my dad did this whilst I was working. So this sits in here perfectly. My dad, where are they? Has fabricated the old brackets into these new ones and bent them in the right direction for that. So we've got 4 new brackets. They also built this, which you can't really tell what it is because we need to cut the carpet this morning. But this is a box where my piano will sit, and on the front of this cupboard here, my piano will just slide in. We were going to slide it in from the side, but it's just not going to work where it's sitting. So that's really exciting that that's all done. So we just got to do the door front for that. So today, the shower is done, overhead is done, just got to drill it in and paint it. We have decided, rather than painting as we go, for example, we've obviously got to wrap the inside of the shower. We're going to leave all the painting to be done like at the same time because we're cutting and everything and there's just so much dust that we just don't want to get it on anything, which is absolutely fine. So, day 4, right? I said day 3 yesterday, right?
Could be day 2, could be day 4.
Dwayne's like, don't know what day it is.
It could be here. Is it the new year? It could be. Time just disappears in here. So.
Are you time jumping? Like.
This could be next year. This could be. I could be 19. I could be 50. Don't know.
Who knows? So today we did start on the pull-out pantry, which is why this bit is cut. So we just need to. We're going to have to cut this back and take out the insulation so it can sit right back in here, and then we're going to tape so that make sure that our vapor barrier is fine. So we started this yesterday evening. Well, they did. I was in and out between work calls. And we're going to try and get the pantry done today. Well, today the list on the list is pantry, and then we need to start measuring for the overhead. I have drawn out designs for our new overhead cupboard. So before we had 3 cupboards, I think this time we're just going to have 2. I've kind of got an approximate measurement, but obviously I want to get that right. I also drew out, where's that other bit? I drew out for the, remember we had a seat and a set of drawers. I've drawn them out as well. And the seat's going to look potentially a little bit differently. That doesn't make any sense. The seat's going to look a little bit different. It's not going to pull out to a single bed because frankly, we've lived in the van for a year and we haven't used it. So, yeah, on with the build. Like 10 p.m. I am wearing like 3 jumpers because I'm cold. I have work tonight, but Dad joined us just before I went to work. And we did Lowe's today, so pull-out pantry is in. Works even better than before. And this unit is in. The worktop is done also, I'll show you that in a minute. Wires have been sorted down here. And then the overhead cab has been quite primed, and here is our worktop. Nice thin worktop rather than the thick one that we had before. This is the piano shelf, it's all been primed as well. So tomorrow it's pantry door, it's the seat that goes behind the driver's seat, and I'm going to need to paint some things so that we can then start with the overhead cupboards. So yeah, see you tomorrow. We are on day 5, I think. I'm pretty sure it's day 5. And I'm currently having a looking at our old drawers that were in that 3-drawer cabinet and seeing how much I need to change them by. And Dwayne has been sanding down in the shower, ready for when we want to start painting in there. Yeah, so it's little, like today's jobs are like little bits and pieces. Where did we end yesterday? Let's have a look. I don't know whether I showed you, so just in case. We have our unit with our new worktop. We have the pull-out pantry in, the shower. There's the shower door. The shower, the other wall is down there gluing, so we're going to do that hopefully later. We have our overhead cupboard in, and this shelf is for my piano. So that's really cool. That's all done. Ticked those boxes. So what's left to do is this overhead cupboard here. This chair is staying the same, except for it won't be being pulled out. That's over in the corner. That's kind of just had to have like the height dropped, which was easy. So yeah, drawers and overhead, and finish off the shower, and then we can paint everything that we need to paint. This wall will be like it was before, with like this kind of wood, but we can't put that wood on until this overhead cupboard is on. So I've been wearing a mask because I have been raptoring the shower, which is extremely strong inside the van. Obviously it was strong anyway when we're outside the van, but inside it's even worse. So that is 2 coats of Raptor so far on the floor and the ceiling. So we are all suffering with the smell as we build at the same time. They're building the overhead storage. I'm just going to stand outside now for a bit, but so yeah, it's going well. On day 6 I think we're on, and we're on like kind of like the last little bit. So the overhead cab needs to be built before we can do I look really bad before we can do the cupboard front of the the overhead cupboards need to be built so that we can do the overhead cab front and the cupboard fronts. The drawers I also need to just go and get different runners, because the runners that I had from the last build were too long, which I only found out when I put the drawers in. To make it easier for me and that I can take the drawers out, I need to get shorter runners. So that's why I quickly got on and painted, because it's Wix doesn't open till 10 today, so it's now like 11:30 or something. So now I can go to Wix, get everything that I need, paintbrushes, more rollers, because Raptor just ruins everything, which I already knew. So I used what I had first and then needed to go and get more, whilst Dad and Dwayne are building the overhead cupboards. Because then once that's the case, then it's literally just me and Dwayne building everything else. So I also need to do, before I go off to Wix, a coat of paint on the pantry door and a coat of paint on some cladding that we've put together. So I'm going to bring that outside and do that. Yes, we're tired today, but That's the last little push. And we drove Skyla last night because we went out for dinner. So quiet in there in comparison to before. Like, it wasn't loud, but it just had little bits here and there squeaking, and it's nice not to have that. Plus, she's definitely lighter to drive. So today we are on our last few little bits of finishing things off. So overhead cupboard done, drawers all done, pantry also done. This door needs to be painted. The bathroom also all done, full of Raptor. So that is just drying before we carry on. Oh, overhead cupboard is done. The seat is done, but it's outside. And so currently, Dwayne's doing some sanding, as you can hear. We're going to be painting all the drawer fronts, the cupboard fronts, ready for them to go in. Hello! Oh, today is the final day. So we have got to put all these drawer fronts in, these two cupboard fronts in, this cupboard front in, and those two cupboard sides in. We have to fix the hot water, which is mine and Dad's job. We have to put the shower door back in, and we have to seal the shower. So we have had some camera issues, which is why we didn't film laying on floor. Plus I was in a bad mood, so I was kind of like having to go at everyone and everything. But our floor's in. It is looking beautiful. It's always difficult to do the floor in a van because it's not straight, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. But the pantry is in, so is the pantry door in. The extra wall in the shower is on. The taps are in the shower. So we literally have the last few little bits and pieces to do today. And then it's packing up the van and cleaning her, because we need to clean our solar panels, ready for winter, and then we'll be done. So that will be our week. We've kind of got one more day left over to kind of clean and stuff, to sort out the unit and look at all this wood that we didn't use. So, okay, we have made new doors, but the new doors are all lots thinner. All of that wood, all of this stuff, and then there's wood that this is sitting on, the wood that this is sitting on, and there's more wood over there. So we are much lighter, we've used much less wood, and it's looking much better. And Dwayne doesn't have to break his knees to get in the shower. What are you doing in there?
Just having a poo. My kneecaps are broken, but yeah.
You just have to get a bit shorter.
Yeah.
No one saw this video, see what you think of our previous shower and how you had to get in and out of the shower, and the fact that you might have broken your knees. If you were any taller than 5'7", there was no way you were fitting in our toilet. And now we won't have to get naked before we go into the toilet. So if we have friends over, we can use the toilet without getting naked. So yes, let's finish this van because as you can see, I'm a little bit tired. It's not tired because we've been rushing it, because there's been no rush. We've just been getting things done. I'm tired because it's kind of a lot of brain power to be doing everything. So like you're constantly thinking about the next thing, like what else has to be done, or how do I move that a little bit this way or a little bit that way, because we wanted it to be so much more precise in the last section of that build. So we're really happy with how it's looking at the moment. We'll let you know once we're driving if any of the things go wrong with it, but yeah, here's to us finishing this van. We did it. Who's ready to see what she looks like now? So exciting. So we've obviously replaced the rug, the mat at the front, and then Mr. T Tang is in his kind of new little bed, aren't you? And in there we now have our bin is under here so you can't see it, and he has the rest of the space. Our seat has been lowered, and which means it's easier to put your feet in. He's going to show you up there. We've got our new 3 drawers, new worktop, and our 2 cupboards. This used to be 3 and these used to be wider, and this is our new overhead. So this is where most of our beddings haven't properly fitted everything in there, and my piano is at the bottom with all my piano books and piano stand. So my mirror is back on the wall, but I do need to respray it. So that's now at the right height for when I sit down. We have the pull-out pantry as per before, works way better now. And then our shower is 100 times bigger, and you can sit in here without breaking your knees, which Dwayne is very happy about. And obviously this is as per usual. Hey Tank! So yeah, we're feeling excited to get back in. We're literally just about to leave. The Colonel's there, we are here and just moving everything back in. So we hope you liked this video. We did do it in a week. It was not like stressful, it was just kind of brain hard, and we're so glad we did the little change. It hasn't cost us that much, which is great because we've either reused wood or just kind of only bought a few bits. We're much lighter, which is fantastic, and everything works way better. So we're really excited. Tank's really excited to get in, and we hope you enjoyed this video. So make sure you give it a thumbs up if you liked it, click subscribe if you haven't already, and leave us a little comment below and let us know what you think of Skyla 2.0. It's kind of similar but kind of different. See you next time.